interesting floats this year. Gangsters hanging out of favelas and kidnapping people, in addition with all the other good debauchery. Kind of some bad stuff there, but still looking pretty damn good in our Brazil trade. We have a Jan 19 and some Jan 20 positions on, and also a front month bull put spread. It's looking pretty good right in the middle of this Keltner channel. We reviewed this today in our primary live trade brief. Also along Brazil, just because of these type of headlines, right? Rattled by the United States fiscal and monetary tug of war, investors start looking abroad. Well, this investor looked abroad a long time ago. We've been long China with the FXI. We've been long Brazil with the EWZ, and even some Russia with the RSX. So Reuters is a little late. Check out this headline, folks. So, the hypocrisy in Washington runs thick. Obviously, Republicans, fiscal conservatives, deficit hawks. Now they're spending like drunken sailors, and the spending like drunken sailors party, the Democrats, are now fiscal hawks. It's just, I love it. But look at this headline. When's the last time you saw something like this? Feds collect record taxes in first month under the tax cut. Run a surplus in January. So don't give me this stupid, I don't like Democrats and the liberals who, hey, let's spend $1 to go in debt, $10. I like Republicans who say, let's spend $1 to make $10. That's okay. That type of deficit spending is okay as long as it works. If it doesn't, it sucks. So I'm not into deficit spending to give people Obama phones. I'm into deficit spending to give people jobs and to pull them up by the bootstraps. But this puts a smile on my face, man. We're running a surplus. Look at all this money. You know, we talked about Apple bringing back $250 quadrillion from County Cork, Ireland, right? And paying $38 billion in taxes. Remember a couple months ago, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, their faces were melting off with what? Trump wanted, $1.6 billion for the wall. I'm like, Apple's paying $38 billion in taxes. We can find that in our couch. But I digress. Great. What is it? What's the index today? What's it called? The NFIB Small Business Index. Look at this. Record number of U.S. small business owners say it's a good time to expand. That is a great headline. That puts a smile on my face. I got to be honest with you. I actually have a big event down in Fort Lauderdale tonight, and all the networking that I do down here in South Florida, business owners this is a great problem to have. They can't find people. So as Janet Yellen said before her change of command a couple months ago, she said, we're pretty damn close to full employment, man. So things are going good, guys. I get this. This is already an old headline. U.S. stocks slip as investors remain calm. As we were in the primary live trade brief today, the Dow went from down, at its lowest. I think we were down 180 points on the Dow. And we were up 80 points by airtime here. So look at the swing in the SPX from yesterday to today. So we'll take a look at the bigger chart in a second. But this tells you, somebody asked in the live trade brief, hey, what are we doing with our S&P 500 puts for Friday? I said, nothing. That's why they're hedges. Folks, this headline's already aged, and I said Friday's a world away in market life, right? It is only Tuesday. Friday is a world away. So I got to be honest with you. I agree with this headline. Stock market valuations appear more appealing after last week's rout. So if you thought stocks were richly valued up here, you got to love them down here, right? Unless you think that this, sorry for all my canine lover, or not canine, what the hell is a cat? Whatever. A dead cat bounce. Implode, bounce, implode, bounce. Lower lows and lower highs usually isn't a good-looking thing, and I've always preached that the market doesn't like hanging out between a 200-day and a 50-day moving average, kind of hovering around this 100-day. We're gonna. This might be the new normal, kind of this volatile swings up and down all over the place until the next catalyst, either down or up. So my druthers, and if I had my 2 cents here, is going to be to the upside. Just because, first of all, what did Jerome Powell say? The new skipper in his ceremonial swearing in said what? Stocks bounce after Powell says what? We will remain alert to financial stability risks, meaning everybody gets a trophy. The Fed will have a safety net underneath this market if it gets too ugly. That sucks. That's terrifying. That ain't your job. Not the last time I looked at your charter that Congress laid out for you. Don't do this. Not everybody gets a trophy. That's why we're having the problems we're having in this country today. In 2008, 2009, I was a let it burn. Bears, things need to be able to fail, folks, and this not failing just isn't. It's not a good thing. So, but we can talk about that over beer. Amazon, love our, we have an Amazon bull put spread on that's looking good. Amazon's latest ambition, to me, a major hospital supplier. What happened to healthcare stocks today? One of the reasons the market opened a little bit down was this. That's no moon, that's Amazon. The Death Star is moving into healthcare. They're in everything, man. They're, Whole Foods. They're going to take over a UPS or a FedEx or build their own. Just Amazon's and everything. You got to be long Amazon here. But like I said, folks, I'm market neutral to cautiously bullish. Just things are good. The economy's good. The GDP, jobs numbers. When small businesses say, "Hey, man, it is pretty damn. We're feeling pretty damn good." That's good. A lot of good stuff going on. And we talked about in our live trade brief why we looked at a Jan 20 JP Morgan trade that we have on already. That the financials, if you believe some of the ignorant folks in the financial media, this pullback was because people are worried about interest rates. Well, if you're worried about interest rates, the group of stocks you need to be into is what? The financials. The old Wall Streetism, when interest rates are high, stocks will die. When interest rates are low, stocks will grow, is true, by and large, except for who? Financials. Financials love when interest rates go up, folks. They're going to pass all that on to you and me, and we're going to eat. I remember, like your parents' mortgage at 18% under Jimmy Carter or something like that. The money gets more expensive, and when money gets more expensive, banks make more money. Okay, so make sure if you're a member, you watch the replay of our session today. And then I got to get going. Have a big night tonight down in Fort Lauderdale, a big event. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Wednesday's Market SITREP. Happy hunting, make sure you hedge, and God bless.